Welcome to the Curated Beauty Podcast. Jessica Christie here, a health and beauty enthusiast who became a medical practitioner to be the authority on how to enhance both your outer beauty and inner beauty for the most confident glow. Founding and owning a multi-million-dollar aesthetic medical practice in Michigan, my mission is to bring all the bi-coastal innovations to the fresh coast of Michigan, from which aesthetic treatment gives you the most bang for your buck to how to create systems to be both professionally fulfilled and still have freedom of time and relationships. We will be diving into it all. Welcome back to another episode of the Curated Beauty Podcast. I am your host, Jessica Christie, and today I'm diving deep into a topic that's close to my heart and integral to any successful business, the concept of value. This topic resonated with so many people when I spoke at a recent Alaskan National Sales meeting in Arizona, so I just want to get started. First, we're going to talk about understanding value in any business. At the core of every single transaction lies the concept of the big V word, value. Whether we're discussing medical aesthetics or honestly any other industry, and not to mention every little facet that you could play within that business, customers exchange money for something that they perceive as valuable. And there's a value equation that's pretty simple that I initially learned from Alex Hormozy, who is a really amazing guru in the space of business acquisition, propositioning, lots of crazy business ideas that just really shake stuff up and make you think differently. And I really have loved a lot of his books. He has a new book called $100 Million Leads, and I loved $100 Million Offer. I read it twice, right in a row. But this is essentially the perceived value is greater than the price. And the customers feel like they're at an advantage, which then leads to a successful transaction and an opportunity for a really amazing, long-lasting relationship. So when we talk about perceived value versus actual price, I just want to break that down. Perceived value is the anticipated benefit or outcome that a customer expects from your product or service. In the context of our medical spa, this could be anything that enhances their self-esteem or minimizes pain during a procedure to get them the outcome that they want, or anything that relieves an age-related condition and is age-reversing in its treatment protocol. So price, on the other hand, is just a monetary cost. It's literally just, here is what we charge for this. And we are really essentially doing a really bad job of commoditizing our medical aesthetics community. We buy these products to do these medical procedures as if anyone could do them. And we just kind of add on a little bit for that service fee. And we compare it to everyone else in the field, and then we just add something else. And then we have no idea that we're racing to the bottom and that the people that we're comparing our prices to are probably about to go out of business. Not good. So it's really interesting to look at all the other components that go into what that value equals to the patient. It's not just about money. It's about time and effort and emotional investment and, your medical education, blah, 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 blah. So when we talk about elevating the perceived value, how do we do that? Okay, so to create compelling value propositions, there's several strategies that we employ at Beauty Culture Med Spa, which is our medical practice. And here they are in quick 5 steps. Exceptional customer service. So for us, customer service isn't just about being polite. It's truly understanding our customers' needs and exceeding their expectations. And it's an intimidating place to come into. And we really take that and make someone feel like they're in the right place. I'll tell you really fast, before I had all these injectors that could do my treatments, I went down the street to someone who was perceived as being very, 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 I'll say upper echelon in terms of the medical aesthetics community. And the office was not warm. There was no one at the front desk when I walked in. I was waiting for a second. The office manager came out and acted like I was not in the right place. And I really had this moment where I was aha, if a patient comes in and they feel like this, when I am a medical spa or medical aesthetic practice owner, if I feel like this, think about the woman who is really thinking, oh my gosh, am I going to look unnatural? I shouldn't be spending all this money. What if something bad happens? She is going to see that and think, oh my gosh, thank you, God, for showing me the way. I need to turn around and walk out of here. So I think that customer experience is just something that really elevates perceived value. Number 2, unique treatments. Offering unique and innovative procedures really does set you apart from your competitors, and it really adds to the perceived value. couple examples of this is when we launched our signature halo treatment. I did that because I did not like the downtime that I experienced. And it was hard sometimes to get people to repeat treatments that they got great results from. They got the outcome that we told them they were going to get, but they did not have the buy-in of the social downtime and or the swelling was uncomfortable. And even though the procedure itself doesn't hurt after during the healing process, like I just remember always feeling headachy, like lots of swelling, and it did hurt during. So we pulled out all the stops. We're like, let's get laughing gas. Let's get exosomes. Let's get post-procedure products. Like, how can we prep their skin? How can we utilize other peptide therapies to minimize any of their downtime? So really, let's bundle this stuff to not give them a choice of like all these add-ons that they can buy. Like, why are we giving them a bad outcome for cheap and the better outcome and making them pay? Like, we just have one higher price and there's a lot of value in it. It doesn't suit you. You are welcome to not come here. Number 3, the environment and the ambiance. So the environment can really impact our customer experience. The aim is to create a setting that is both inviting and relaxing and instantly puts the customer at ease. I think that it is really important for someone to feel like you went the extra mile and thought about what might really help them feel that extra little layer of, I care about you, I want you here, and I'm going to deliver. Because they don't know what's going to happen behind the treatment door yet, but they do know that if they walk in and they're given maybe a warm towel with some essential oils on it, that they're like in the right place. I recently was in Miami checking out a couple of body contouring devices and they were like, oh, this is our new thing. We give them towels. And I was like, wow, I feel like that's so luxurious. Like when you would fly overseas and you upgrade your ticket and they give you the warm towels before dinner. I loved that. Okay, so number 4, professional staff. So an educated and professionally trained staff not only instills confidence, but also ensures that your customers are in the safest hands. They're signing up for the right treatments. They're setting expectations from literally the moment that your team picks up the phone. And it really boosts our medical practice's perceived value. This is something that a lot of people miss the mark on, and they think like, oh, I'll just hire whoever to answer this phone. It's a revolving door position. I cannot tell you how important my patient care coordination team is. They're just as important as my aesthetic provider team. And all of my patients love the people when they are greeted at check-in and when they check out. They look forward to seeing them and talking to them. And when they're not there, they ask about them. So I think that speaks volumes on how important a professional staff is. And then number 5, results driven. So we showcase real before and afters. We talk about their stories, their testimonials, patient journeys. We follow them. Because we have these journey patients who have been with us for a long time, we can look at not only one service that they've gotten a before and after, but the culmination of cocktailing all these things over time and slowly rolling them out where they don't look like a different person, but it's like, holy crap, Judy is ready for her 30th class reunion and she's going to blow the socks off of everyone. And they're going to be like, who are you going to? And she's like, there's so much perceived value at Beauty Culture. So it is so crazy to really emphasize outcomes versus the treatments themselves. So important. Okay. While we may not be able to reduce the actual monetary price, so yeah, we need to charge things for the best of the best. We can reduce the perceived price. And here's some strategies. Okay. 2, flexible financing options. We have an app that is branded for Beauty Culture. We did it through Repeat MD. They helped us build these high-tiered services, but they allow financing through them. So that it's like the whole book, who, not how. I don't need to think about how am I going to do all these things. I need to think about who can do this better than me and how can I move it off my plate. Not passionate about app building. So Repeat MD, there's a team of people that built this amazing app for us that not only helps there be a one-stop hub, it also offers them referrals, rewards, lets them know like, hey, you haven't been here in a while. Like it's been a while since you got your Botox. You have some alley points that are about to expire. Like, let's get you in here. So essentially really telling the patient, like there's a perceived value in me spending money on this app. I'm going to pass as many rewards as I can on to you. And I'm also going to help you finance it if needed from the convenience of your own home while you're sitting there scrolling our campaign cards. And you're like, oh my gosh, I need an M-Sculpt package. Oh my gosh, I can finance it for as low as $100 a month. Oh my gosh, done. I'm going to Beauty Culture tomorrow. Number 2, treatment packages. So we bundle treatments together for a discounted price. So when you are doing something like a signature halo, well, first of all, if you're a member, you might get an exosome add-on for free. And then you also might get a bio repeal that you have on your bucket for free. Or if you don't, because you used your exosome add-on and you only had one service because you come every month like a good patient. I'm just kidding. If you don't come every month, it's totally fine. I would never be able to go anywhere every month, but thank God we bucket them like quarterly. But we do want you to come every month because it's important to keep tabs on what's working and what's not. But anyway, so many tangents here. If you were to add on a bio repeal, you're getting a significant discounted price rather than just a bio repeal on its own. So there is so much value in reducing the perceived price. Okay, so effective communication. I would say that finally, the way that we communicate value cannot be understated. It's really essential to set clear expectations and then deliver or exceed those expectations. Obviously, we shoot for what is the norm and status quo, but if we get better results than that, like we all literally sit in the break room and ooh and ah over these before and afters and beg them to post them because they're so amazing. So honestly, this is really going to build trust. When you don't tell someone what they're going to get out of this outcome and you don't set the bar, you're not going to build trust with a patient. So this is the cornerstone of any successful business, is setting expectations and telling someone the why behind your higher prices too. So I just wanted to kind of go over this, and I wanted to tell you that, remember, a successful value proposition makes our customers want to talk about it. So hello, they're going to want to share it with their friends. They will become your loyal advocates. So take care of them. Make room, like shed all the people that nickel and dime you and want you to price match some Groupon or like give you a hard time or threaten you that they're going to leave a bad review if you don't do this or that. Like, do not fall into the pit of placating to people who are not patients that you want to see every day. I always tell my team, if you show up and there's someone that makes your stomach hurt that you see on your schedule, work to remove them off of your schedule. Do not curate this whole list of services that they can continue to do, because the reality is give them the gift of finding a different practice that also aligns with them. When they show up real angry with us, there's a high likelihood that they don't enjoy coming in to see us either. And that's what makes the world go round. And that's why there's enough room for all of us in the sandbox. So I would say that always aim to offer so much value that the price literally becomes an afterthought. And as Alex Hormozy says, make them such a good offer that they feel stupid saying no. So that's how you truly curate beauty in this business or curate whatever your business is selling in any other facet. I think there's always life lessons to be learned in all of this. Thank you for tuning into this episode of the Curated Beauty Podcast. And until next time, keep creating immense value both for you and your customers. Congratulations, you have done it. You've reached the end of an episode on the Curated Beauty Podcast and have enriched a part of your self-care by discovering something new. I hope this time together added a little perspective to your day and will ultimately boost your confidence and give you the strength to do all the hard things. As we walk through this journey together, follow our Curated Beauty Podcast. And if this resonated with you, share it with a friend, save the episode, and also follow our social media platforms in the show notes. We love to engage with our listeners on all levels.